Are we ready? It's rhetorical. We're going for it. Let's get going. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Today is seated routine. So mobility, stretching, the standard stuff that we do from a seated chair position. You won't need anything really except for your water bottle when you need a little drink. Okay, so let's get started with our upper body. And we're going to work on our mobility through our trunk, our torso. So your feet are going to be kind of wide. Arms are going to be up to the side. We've done these before, the airplanes. So we'll tilt to one side, bring the hand down to the floor, other arm up towards the ceiling. You should feel a good stretch through the side of your body. And then come up nice and tall. Sit as tall as you can. Engage your core. Lean to the other side. So just like an airplane, when one wing comes down, the other wing comes up. Sit back up nice and tall, and just continue to work through that range of motion. Now some of you might be a little stiff, and it might be hard to shift and get down to the ground, and that's okay. Do what you can. Sometimes the lateral flexion of our trunk can be a little tight and stiff. And so just work through your range of motion. If you can't quite make it to the floor, no big deal. You just do what you can. Don't judge yourself. Just keep working. And then continue to think about your core, right, as you tilt to the side. Now, another trick to this, or another tip, a useful tip, is when you lean to the side, keep your posture tall. And lean to the side without rotating or twisting your body or bending forward or leaning forward. So you don't want to lean forward and kind of turn your body in a way where it's out of alignment with everything else. Right? Imagine your torso is in between two walls. Right? To forget about your legs. Just don't even worry about that. Just think about the upper body movement. You're in between two walls with your torso and you want to touch the floor. The only way to do that is to remain within that tight space in between two walls and then just lean to the side. And so that's what you want to try to imagine as you tilt to the side. Keeping your body nice and straight and square. Leaning to the side. Engaging your core. Right? Use your core to help you get back up. That down position. Let's do two more on each side. One more time on each side. Okay, relax. Shake out the arms a little bit. You're still going to continue to keep those feet and legs wide. So this is going to be a little challenging, a little bit more trunk mobility, torso, thoracic mobility. So we're going to try to apply that same premise where we're reaching for the ground and then reaching up with the opposite arm. But now we're doing it right in front of our bodies. So from here, you're going to reach to the ground, and however far you go is fine. So say you can't quite make it all the way to the floor with your hands, your fingertips. Say you're about 6 inches above the ground, that's fine. That's as far as you go. Pick a side, doesn't matter. Whatever arm you want. Lift that arm up, keep the other arm down, and reach. Come back down to the floor with that arm that you just moved. Now move the other arm that didn't move on the last repetition. And do what you can there. Now you might find a little trouble on the rotation and reach. It might be a little tough on the shoulder, so a way to modify is to use your elbow. Shorten up the length of your arm and just use your elbow to reach up towards the ceiling. And that's if you're having trouble with your arm fully extended. And so the goal, of course, is eventually to get to the floor, arm straight down to the ground, other arm is pointing straight up towards the ceiling, and so you have a perpendicular arm at the bottom and at the top, and that is the goal. That is the challenge. It's tough. It's really tough. But again, you're just working through that range of motion. So after this one, let's sit up again, kind of relax that lower back. Let's do a little rotation to stretch out our little back, or lower back, and then we'll come back to that move. Grab your arm bar on your chair or your legs. Grab your legs, either or, whatever you have. You can even grab the seat of your chair on the side with both hands, twist to that same side, and try to look behind your body. So you're using your arms, your chair as leverage to help you twist. Now again, you have to be careful. Be mindful of your body, your spine. Don't overdo the stretch in the beginning. Always gradually build your flexibility and mobility. So you start slow, and then slowly increase the range of motion, getting deeper and deeper into that stretch. Go to the other side. So you're using the arm of the chair, and you're using both of your arms to help you turn and look behind your body. Okay, so back to it, where we're reaching for the floor again. So we come down to the ground. Hopefully you're a little closer now to the floor, if not touching now, hopefully. And if not, again, do not judge yourself. It's fine. Do what you can. Turn, reach. Let's go for 5 on each side. Go slow. Work through your range of motion. Take it easy. One more on each side. All right. Come out of that. Shake out those arms. And let's do one more twisting, rotation, stretch through the torso. Grab the arm bar again, or your leg, or the seat of your chair, and help your body turn and twist. One more time, just looking over the shoulder and looking behind you. Imagining that you're in the audience somewhere and you're looking behind you to tell someone to be quiet. Although we don't know what that scenario is like anymore because we don't go out anymore because we can't. COVID. Moving on. You know, if they were vegan, this COVID thing wouldn't have happened. Just saying. Just teasing. But no, it's serious though. Wet market. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. A little tangent there. Let's keep it going. Let's get our legs involved. Let's get our legs working. Extend out and hold it. Now, as you do this, make sure you're sitting in the middle of your chair. All right, don't sit all the way back to the chair and then rest your back against that chair. Get off that backrest. Sit in the middle of the chair. Extend one leg up. And now extend your arms up. Now from here, come out to the side, come to the front, out to the side, up top. Now if you can't quite go up top, maybe your arms are angled forward a little bit. Totally fine. Doesn't matter. You're still keeping that leg out there. Right? So keep the leg out there, arms out to the side. Now you're either coming straight up vertically or based on your shoulder, limitations in the shoulder, you're reaching forward a little bit. Then out to the side, up top, out to the side, to the front, out to the side, up top, to the side, to the front. Switch legs, just hold it, fully extend that leg, and just keep it there. Out to the side with the arms, sitting as tall as you can, to the front. Up top, to the front. Now when I say to the front, you are parallel to the ground with your arms. Hands are right out in front of the shoulders. Okay, out to the side. Arms are directly out to the side. Arms are in alignment with your shoulders. Reach up. If you can't quite reach up vertically, you're at an angle forward. And from there, out to the side, straight out in front of you, out to the side, up top, out to the side, straight out in front of you, out to the side, up top, and relax. Relax everything. Bring everything down. Okay, so we're going to get fancy. You've got to think, right? Leg is going to be out there just like before. One arm out to the side. So I'm going to do the same side. Right leg extended, right arm extended out to the side. It's going to get fancy. Straight arm, straight left arm up towards the ceiling. So from here, we are going to switch to the other side. So I'm going to drop my right side, coming down, extend the left side, left leg straight out, left arm straight out to the side, right arm is going up vertically. So it's just a mirror image, but I'm just doing one half at a time. Sitting as tall as you can. Switch. So now the right leg is straight out in front, right arm is out to the side, left arm is up perpendicular to the ground. Switch. So we're multitasking in different planes of motion, right? So we're going out to the side with our arm, that's one plane. We're going out in front with our leg, that's another plane. Reaching up vertically towards the ceiling, that's another plane of motion. So we got three different things going on with three different limbs. Switch, all while you're trying to keep your core tight and sucked in as you move. Sit tall. So yes, we're moving our arms and leg, but we're also moving through our core. So it's a lot of core, a lot of coordination. You have to think. Switch one more time. Hold it out there. Sit tall, suck in the stomach, and relax. Okay, switch it up again. One more time. So now right leg is straight out front, just like before. Right arm, right side, same side as my leg that's extended out, is going to be straight up this time. Now, the left arm is out to the side. So switching it up just a little bit with the angle of our arm. So right leg straight out, right arm straight up. Left arm is straight out to the side. We're going to switch. So from here, extend out the left leg, shoot the left arm straight up, extend the right arm out to the side. And then switch. Sitting as tall as you can. All right, fully extend that right leg nice and straight out in front of the body. Switch again. Sit as tall as you can. Reach up as high as you can. Extend that arm out wide and to the side. Switch. Keep going. Now go through the range of motion or movement at your own pace, holding for a couple of seconds, and then switch. We're just coordinating different moves in different directions with different limbs, having to think and coordinate. Engage your core. Let's do one more. Hold it out there, reach straight up, extend the arms out, kick out the leg, and relax. Shake it up, take it easy. Good job. Moving on. Let's get our ankles and feet going. So let's start with some mobility. So legs are just straight out, one leg straight out. Let's do some foot circles. These are always really good to do. We walk so much every day. Now more than ever, we tend to get 2-3 walks in a day now. So this is a really good one for ankle mobility. Change the direction now. Go the other way. Other leg, same thing. Pick a direction, doesn't matter. We're going to reverse the direction in a moment. Just really loosening up that ankle a little bit. Change direction. And relax. Okay, other leg. The leg that we began with, extend out, bring in the knee or the leg. Trying to bring your foot in. Now, as you try to bring the foot in, sit as tall as you can. So I should have said this first. As we're extending out, sit tall. Engage your core. You're still sitting in the middle of your chair. Leg is fully extended. We're going to bend at the knee, curl the heel and foot in so that it travels a little bit underneath your chair, underneath your bum, and then extend. Curl, extend. Curl, extend. And you're fully extending that leg, reaching out in front of you, and then bringing it in as much as you can, working the hamstring. Let's do 2 more. Last one, extend, curl, switch legs. Reach out, sit tall, right? Engage your core. And then whatever's comfortable with the arms, do what you want. Bring it in, extend, curl. Really try to squeeze the back of your thigh when you bring that foot in underneath your chair. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it. Bring it in as much as you can. Right, so you're really trying to force that leg, that foot in underneath you. Squeeze it, extend. Squeeze it, extend. 1 more. And other leg. 1 more time through. Start off nice and tall through your posture. Leg extended out straight in front of you. Squeeze and extend. Squeeze and extend. Squeeze it, extend. Squeeze, extend. Bring it in as much as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, reach out. Bring it in as much as you can. Squeeze and reach. You do have to pay a little extra attention to the bringing in, the leg curling motion. Squeezing the hamstring, contracting the hamstring to bring that foot in. Let's do 1 more. And then switch sides. So it's a little easier to manage with the leg extended. That's pretty easy to handle. Bringing in takes a little bit more focus and concentration to really squeeze and contract that hamstring. Don't forget to sit tall. Tighten up your tummy. Curl that leg. Squeeze the hamstring. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Reach out. Squeeze, reach out. Let's do 1 more. Bring it in, squeeze, and relax. Toe taps. Just raising those toes. Keeping the heels down, sitting as tall as you can. Whatever you want to do with your arms is fine. Bring those toes up. Now, if you can, try to pick up the pace. Quick taps. You should start to feel something along the shins. It's a little muscle that helps us pick up our feet when we walk. It's good for ankle strength, right? It's a really big muscle, or I should say important muscle, that helps us pick up the toes as we take our step, as we walk. So it's a tibialis anterior. So from here, keep the toes down. Now raise the heels up. Now when you raise the heels up, you're still trying to sit as tall as you can. Suck in the stomach. Raise those heels as high as you can. And you want to flex and contract the back of your leg, the lower leg, your calves. So that's how much you want to lift your heels so that you can get a contraction and a squeeze in the lower leg, the back of your lower leg. So you're really trying to lift the heels up as high as you can and give it a little extra squeeze at the top of the lift. Okay, back to the toes. Lifting the toes quickly. Really quick. How quick can you go? Sit tall, engage your core. Quick feet. Don't worry about the height. You don't have to worry about lifting them super tall or super high off the floor. Just quick. Quick. And it should feel like it's getting heavy. Like it's really becoming difficult to lift the foot off the ground. Almost like you have your feet in sand or water. There's restriction there. It's getting tough, and that's what you want to get to. Keep going. 10 seconds. Keep lifting quick as you can. You're slowing down, but that's a good thing. Your muscles are getting tired. They're working. You're getting fatigued. Almost there. 2, 1, relax. Ooh, I felt that at the front of the shins. Okay, heels raising as high as you can, squeezing the calf muscle at the maximum point of the lift. And so this is also an important role player in our walking, the calf muscle. Again, still working on ankle mobility and strength. And the calf is really important role player for walking. Stability, balance. The foot is major. The foot's a big role player in our stability as well. But these muscles help support all that foot and ankle work. So these are really good exercises to do to help with walking. Okay, moving on. Let's get some core work in there. So I'm going to give you a side view. Legs out, fully extended. Of course, we're sitting close to the edge of our chair. But not so far or so close to the edge of the chair where you fall off, right? Be mindful, be aware of your body, where your butt is, your glutes, where are you sitting in relation to the chair. Kind of close to the edge, but not too close to the middle. In between the middle and the edge, that's kind of where you're sitting. Start to lean back. Legs are fully extended out in front of you. The knees can be bent, that's fine. Just reach out in front of you with the feet and legs. Sit as tall as you can and then lean back. Lightly touch the chair. Then sit up and get nice and tall. So when you come forward and you're sitting up, elongate your spine as much as you can. Really sit as tall as you can. And then lean back. Light touch on the chair. Move forward. Sit real tall. Lean back. Light touch. Sit tall. Now as you lean back, the challenge is trying to keep the heels on the floor. Because you'll notice that when you try to sit back up again, the heels want to lift off as you try to sit up. So try your best to keep the heels grounded, and it's okay to move slowly so that you can really force the heels down and control your movement. Think about the core. Suck in the stomach. Right? Tighten up your tummy. This is a very functional move. Believe it or not, you do this move all the time when you're getting out of the chair, out of the couch. Most likely you're leaning back and kind of slouching, which is fine. No one's perfect. I slouch too. But for that brief moment when we're kind of in that relaxing mode and we need to get up off the couch or out of the chair, whatever we're doing, for that brief moment you do need to use your core to sit up and get out of the chair. So very functional. Tight tummy. Now lean back and find a comfortable position where it doesn't hurt your back. So you're leaning back and we're holding, arms around front. We're just fixed in space. So you're leaning back. You should feel your core engaged, right? It's working to hold your trunk, your torso, in that position. Now, if it's hurting your lower back, sit taller. But still, you should be still reclining backwards a little. But sit taller to take your lower back out of the equation, and then pull in the stomach muscles more. Suck in the belly button. So that's where we're at. We're just holding. One arm at a time. Reach, come down. Other arm. Reach, come down. Both arms. Reach, come down. One arm, it doesn't matter what arm you want to do first, but we're essentially doing left and right, and then both at the same time. Now, as you reach with both, you'll notice those heels want to lift off the ground. Do your best to keep them grounded. Continue to switch between the left and right, and then add both arms at the same time. So we alternate between those two moves. If this is tough for the arms, reaching up, then don't reach up. Just come up as high as you can. Maybe bend your arms a little bit more and do what you can that way. So if you need to bend your arms a little bit, that's totally fine. All right, if you can't keep your arms straight, not a big deal. Then the arms continue to lean back. Hold it here. Both arms up. Hold it. Stay here. Stay here. Engage that core. Challenge your core. Lean back as much as you can, but without lower back pain. All right, so if you're feeling some low back pain, sit a little taller. If the arms are tough to keep overhead, then bend them a little bit more. But still try to keep your hands above your head if you can. And the elbows are just kind of flared out to the side, which is fine. Keep the heels down. They want to lift off. Keep them grounded. And relax. Good job. A lot of core right there. Moving on. We need to get our squats in. We have to get our squats in. They're very, very basic part of our life function. So, however you need to get out of the chair. If you need to use your hands to push against your thighs, hands to push against the arms of your chair or the seat of your chair, whatever you can do. We're going to fully stand all the way up, sit all the way down. Now, if you can't, for whatever reason, stand up out of your chair, that's okay. You just relax, take a little bit of a break. We're only doing 10 total. Nice and easy. Again, this is a very, very basic move. We do this all the time. Getting out of the chair from our couch, dining chair, the toilet, depending on how tall your bed is. When you get out of bed in the morning, you do have to stand up out of that seated position. So we do sit quite a bit. I can't remember what number I'm on, so let's just do 2 more. Sorry about that. A little extra didn't hurt. Stand up all the way and come all the way back down, and that's it. Let's finish with some stretching. So again, it's good to work on the squats if you really struggle getting out of chairs. But if you're confined to a chair for whatever reason, obviously that's tough and that's not going to work, then you'll just sit that one out. Let's stretch our hamstrings now. One leg extended right out in front of you, the other leg is bent. If you can, 2 hands. Reaching down that straight leg, down the shin towards the ankle, going as far down as you can. Holding at the bottom. You should be feeling a nice little stretch in the back of your leg. Also be mindful that you're not sitting too close to the edge of your chair. Don't fall out of your chair. Now come up out of that, and now we'll go on to the other side. So straighten out the other leg. Just find the support in that bent leg. All right, make sure you're not too close to the edge of your chair. Reach with 2 hands down the shin towards your ankle. And ideally, you want to be able to situate your hands anywhere between the kneecap and the ankle. And that's pretty good mobility. The closer you are to the ankle, the better flexibility you have. The closer you are with your hands to the knees, or to the kneecap, you need to work on it a little bit more. your hamstrings are tight is what it's just essentially telling you. So this stretch would be good for you to practice on your own. It does make it a little bit more challenging when you reach with 2 hands as opposed to 1. All right, come up out of that. Last stretch, the figure 4. So you can sit back in your chair, relax the upper back against the chair, and then we're going to cross. So you have progressions. If you have hip issues, it might be good to just start with the legs crossing in front of each other at the ankles. You could cross at the knees. Then from here, if you're able to do these pretty easily, then we transition and you have your outside part of your ankle resting on the thigh next to the knee. Your leg is bent. And from here, you can push down on that knee that is up and bent in front of you. And so from here, you can work that range of motion. Some people don't need the extra pressure from the hand or the arm, and they're good right there. Some people will like a little extra pressure and increase the range of motion in their stretch. And if you really want more, then you'll actually sit a little forward and lean into your leg with your elbow. And that, again, will increase the range of motion on the stretch, intensifying it a little bit for sure. So you have options depending on where you're at with your hip mobility. Again, with everything that we do, go slow, figure it out, see where you're at. Don't hurt yourself and don't force it. And do what you can. Don't stress out about it. Don't judge yourself. All right, one more time to the other side. Last stretch. So we cross and apply pressure as needed. You may notice one side is a little tighter than the other, and that's normal. It happens. It's just how it is. My right side is always tighter. So I feel this more than my left. So you can see that I'm actually starting with my hand up against my thigh initially. Then eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to get my elbow on that thigh to give me more pressure. But I always have to start this stretch slow and then build from there. And just like anything else, any other stretch that we do, start slow, work through your range of motion slowly until you get to a point where you've reached your maximum stretch. But you do it in a safe way where you don't cause injury. So we always go slow with stretching. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Great work. Until next time, stay healthy and safe. Take care of yourselves. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And what else? I think that's it. Take care, guys.